Alright, now then, let's see what I missed while I was away. Fifth singularity, good, no time limit on that one. New craft essence, it costs how many mana prisms? And there's 5 copies? 5,000 mana prisms? Oh shit. Welcome fans of Fate Grand Order. I am Avon and you are watching FGO Tips. Thank you for bearing with me while I was away for the past 2 weeks. I had a ton of fun gallivanting around the Irish countryside, but that's not what I'm here to talk about today. No, today we are talking about Mana Prisms, the best way to collect them and the best ways to spend them. Although Mana Prisms aren't exactly new to the game, it seems like a worthwhile time to have this talk for 2 reasons. The first is the new craft essence available in the DaVinci shop, personal training. The second is that we are approaching the end of the month, which means the normal shop inventory is about to reset, and this is your last chance to buy anything from March before they are replenished. I've been away for too long and there's a few things to cover here, so let's get started. The most common way to collect Mana Prisms is through the completion of daily quests. We previously covered daily quests in an earlier video, so I won't go into too much detail here, but the short version is that you have the opportunity to complete 12 quests each day. 3 different types of quests at each of 4 different difficulty levels. Completing each quest will award you 1, 2, 3, or 4 Mana Prisms, depending on the difficulty level of the quest. If you find yourself pressed for time, completing just the highest difficulty quest of each type will yield 12 Mana Prisms per day, more than 350 each month. If you complete all 12 quests every single day, you will be averaging 900 each month. And although that sounds like a lot of prisms, that is also a lot of work every single day. So let's talk about a few other things. Mana Prisms can also be acquired by selling servants, craft essences, and even ember cards. The rarer the card, the better the price. 1 and 2 star servants will only get you QP 200 and 500 respectively, but for selling a 3-star servant you will receive 1000 QP and 3 Mana Prisms. Normally it's preferable to use duplicate servants for powering up your Noble Phantasm instead, but after you already have 5 of each servant, this is something you might consider. 4-star servants are even better, and although it's highly unlikely you'll ever want to sell these, you can receive 2000 QP, 6 Mana Prisms, and 1 Rare Prism. Rare Prisms are a bit different than Mana Prisms. They don't actually have a use in the NA version of the game just yet, so we'll save that talk for another day. If you find yourself with many extra craft essences, you can sell those also. The 1 and 2 star essences will get you 100 and 200 QP respectively. A 3-star essence is worth 500 QP and 1 Mana Prism. A 4-star essence is worth 1000 QP and 3 Mana Prisms, and a 5-star essence is worth 2000 QP and 5 Mana Prisms. These are going to be pretty rare though, and probably not something you'll be selling often. Thankfully, the last set of cards are considerably easier to collect than either servants or craft essences. Ember cards sell for the lowest price, but that's okay considering the quantities that you'll find yourself with. 1 and 2 star embers are worth only 10 and 30 QP respectively. The 3-star embers are worth 50 QP and 1 Mana Prism. 4-star embers are worth 100 QP and still only 1 Mana Prism. Metaphorically speaking, the best bang for your buck is going to come from 3-star embers. And if we want to farm these, we're going to be going back to those daily quests. The 30 AP Ember Gathering quest is going to have the best drop rate for 3-star Ember cards, each of which will sell for 1 Mana Prism. If you're looking to grind, this is the best way to do it. There is no limit to how much you can do in a day, which lets you stock up when you have free time, but not feel pressured to come back to it every single day, like the normal daily quest awards, which you have to hit every single day. Recently I recorded a few farming sessions just to have some solid numbers for you. After running the quest 18 times, I found that I never received less than 4 of the 3-star cards per quest. The standard award for dailies is 1 mana prism per 10 AP, but this method is going to beat that every single time by giving you 4 mana prisms for only 30 AP. Better yet, 4 was only the minimum amount that I received. I actually saw up to 7 many times and averaged just over 5.8 3-star cards each time. That means instead of 1 prism per 10 AP, you're looking at more than 1.9 prisms per 10 AP, and with the added benefit of being farmable instead of once per day. There are other benefits also, such as the occasional 4-star Ember card, which you could also sell for prisms, or better yet, use for enhancing servants. Now, after farming all of those mana prisms, what are we going to spend it on? The first and easiest purchase should be 5 summon tickets. These cost 20 mana prisms each, and you can buy up to 5 a month. One summon ticket will get you 1 draw in the story or event gacha summonings, and it's well worth the 20 mana prisms it costs. Normally a single summon ticket costs 3 mana prisms, each of which costs $1 if you're spending real world currency here in the US. That's $3 per ticket, essentially $15 of free currency each month, as long as you're willing to part with 100 of these mana prisms. You can only buy 5 at a time, but they will refresh at the beginning of each month. March is ending soon, so do not miss out on this purchase. There are also a number of other items available in the DaVinci Workshop that you can purchase with mana prisms, but I would recommend against buying most of these. The experience card sets are kind of a bad value here. For 40 mana prisms, you can get 10 4-star Ember cards. Earlier we kind of discussed how the best way to collect mana prisms was to farm 3-star Ember cards, and each one is worth 1 mana prism. So the 10 Ember cards you get are worth roughly 10 mana prisms, not the 40 that they cost. Granted, they are a little bit better because they are the 4-star cards instead of 3, and they work for any class instead of one specific class, but these things alone hardly make them worth 4 times their normal value. It's best to avoid these entirely and farm Ember cards in the daily quest instead if you want experience for your servants. Perhaps the only notable exception is when you need to level up special classes, whose Ember cards you can't farm so easily in the daily quests. Likewise, the Starfu and Sunfu cards aren't bad, but you'll come across them in other places without spending your mana prisms. Your best bet beyond buying the 5 summon tickets each month is to save up for expensive limited time offers that appear from time to time. That meant Mona Lisa in the past, and right now it means personal training. This 5-star craft essence will increase master experience by 2% to start and by 10% after max limit breakthrough. There are no other CEs to boost master experience, which makes this effect look pretty tempting. But honestly, the maximum level you can reach in the NA version of the game is 130 right now. It will be raised a bit higher in the future, but the return on investment becomes lower and lower at the upper master levels, namely higher party costs, higher maximum AP, and higher total friend counts. No matter what you do in this game, you're going to be accumulating master experience anyway, and I don't really see the need to rush. But because I like collecting, I like Mashu, and the artwork on this card is nice, I'll probably spend at least 1,000 prisms to get a single copy. I don't think it's worth spending 5,000 prisms though. Of course, despite all this advice, the real goal of the game is to have fun, so never let me stop you from playing it your own way. If there's something you really want to spend your mana prisms on, go for it. Let me know if you bought personal training yourself, if you're saving up for it, or if you decided to skip this one. If you found this video helpful, please consider leaving a like, subscribe for more tips in the future, and as always, thanks for watching.